Grand Rising. Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the Psychic Astrologer. My website is readingsbyleonardmunson.net. The Taskmaster is calling, and it is time to level up. On May the 24th, Saturn will enter Aries for the first time in almost 30 years, entering the fire sign in 1996 and leaving in 1999. And things are about to change in a major way. This is especially true for the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, as this transit kicks off a brand new chapter, whether this is a rising, sun, moon, or Venus. Often referred to as the Lord of Karma, Saturn is the planet of discipline, structure, and boundaries. In a fiery and hot-headed sign like Aries, Saturn is considered to be in its full, which means it's a hard placement for the taskmaster planet. Resistance. Aries is bold, impulsive, and action-orientated, while Saturn is pragmatic, disciplined, and methodological. This is precisely what makes this transit so transformative. As Saturn arrives here, challenge us to take responsibility for ourselves. Do you take yourself seriously? No more playing it small. Your dreams need a practical plan. It is a time to make bold moves with intention rather than rushing head first without a structure. So build a foundation. Saturn in Aries asks you to embrace your autonomy, takes charge, and build a solid foundation for your ambitions. The stabilizing energy of Saturn brings so much needed reality check to Aries. Jump first, think later approach. If you have had many illusions about instant success, think again. This Saturn transit is asking you to take the lead, but with effort, consistency, and hard work. This will in turn redefine your sense of independence, strength, urging you to balance that fire and passion with responsibility and integrity. The taskmaster ingress into Aries could manifest as a major reality check, particularly for those who have been avoiding commitment or struggling to follow through on their goals. Whether personally or professionally, the areas of life that requires more focus, responsibility, and accountability will be heightened. The cosmos is asking you to stop procrastinating and start building the life you have been dreaming of, one step at a time. That foundation, the structure, the shape. While it may feel like a heavy shift at first, Saturn acknowledges and rewards hard work with dedication. So get ready to see results, but only if you're willing to put in the work. You got to do the work. Without the work, nothing's coming out. After its debut in Aries, Saturn will continue to transit this fire sign until it is stationed in retrograde on July the 13th, eventually re-entering Pisces on September the 1st, and a station direct on November the 27th, 2025. Part 1 of introduction. Part 2, the following astrological signs beginning with Aries, ending with Pisces. You are up, Aries, with Saturn entering your fiery territory. One thing's for sure. It's time to get real about who you are and what you aspire to become. It is time to step into your power, but not without a few challenges along the way. For instance, it is time to balance your impulsive, fiery nature with a solid plan of action. While it can feel like you are being tested, this transit presents the opportunity to commit to a long-term project or get serious about your personal goals, Aries. Think about your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, also Aries. Taurus, Your inner world is alive and breathing, Taurus. Saturn in Aries is bringing your subconscious fears to the surface. And while it may feel uncomfortable at first, it is a chance to confront anything from emotional baggage to hidden insecurities. Consider this an opportunity to make peace with the ghosts from your past. It is time to release them once and for all. On a brighter note, doing the work brings breakthrough in your health and spiritual growth. Activities such as therapy and meditation contribute to your healing. Gemini, no one said it will be easy to learn who your true friends are, Gemini. Still, with Saturn entering Aries and your 11th house of associations and community, you will find yourself reassessing friendships and group dynamics. Are they supporting your growth or holding you back? This could bring a friend or a group situation that demands your focus and responsibility to the forefront. You could also find yourself stepping into a leadership role within a community or feeling the weight of needing to create a long-term vision. Nevertheless, to say it is time to get serious about the people you surround yourself with. Cancer. Prepare for a big professional milestone that will set the tone for your future. Cancer. With Saturn entering Aries and your 10th house of authority, publicity, and reputation, it is time to get serious about where you are headed. In your professional life, whether you're on the lookout for that promotion or trying to make a name for yourself, expect some pressure to take charge. You could feel the weight of responsibility on your shoulders, but that should not be a deal breaker. On the contrary, it is time to prove you are ready and capable. Leo, it's time to take some serious steps towards the future, specifically one that resonates with your purpose, Leo. As Saturn enters Aries and your 9th house of expansion and self-discovery, this could be a time when you feel called to take your passions and ideas more seriously. You could feel a sudden desire to travel, study, or pursue something that broadens your horizons. Whether it is a long-distance travel or committing to a new academic or spiritual venture, this transit is all about making long-term plans and sticking to them. Virgo, your intimate affairs with shared assets are getting a reality check, Virgo. Upon Saturn debut in Aries and your 8th house of transformation, mergers, and emotional bonding, you can find yourself reevaluating your financial situation, especially when it comes to debts, investments, or joint ventures. It could be time to take a deeper, more responsible look at your relationships, as you are now called to let go and make room for new, healthier dynamics. This transition could also present the opportunity to commit to emotional transformative experiences, spirituality, or inner partnership, Virgo. Libra. Are your relationships built to last, Libra? Whether it is business, romance, or even friendships, this transit will challenge you to take a hard look at your commitments, compromises, and relationships. In any event, this is the time to get serious about who you choose to align yourself with. You could also be confronted or challenged with a significant partnership that demands your full attention, Libra. Prepare to learn how to balance your needs with others and step up to the plate when it comes to creating more stable, supportive connections. So it's a change coming on with the Saturn in Aries. So it's time for action. But you must build on a foundation before you can put the other aspect of the structure up. It must be stable and steady. Come up with a plan.